I call to order the Township of Aleppo Commissioners meeting of August 15th, 2022 at 7 o'clock. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
President Jones?
Present.
Vice President Williams?
Present.
Commissioner Dara?
Present.
Commissioner Haluka? Present. Solicitor Stone?
Present.
Manager Patterson?
This meeting, as all other meetings, will be recorded and uploaded to YouTube. Mr. Solicitor.
Right, so the first order of business is we have a continuation tonight of a hearing that we started at the last meeting as required for adopting a new zoning ordinance. And at the conclusion of last month's meeting and the hearing, we kept the record open for a limited purpose, which was to take any additional comments that we received either from the county or from our joint planning commission partners, which are Sewickley and Glen Osborne. We did receive some additional comments from the county, and I will ask that we make those comments an exhibit to the hearing, and I'm told that that will be exhibit number 9. And then a copy, and we also received comments, we took comments from the hearing that some of the residents made, and we incorporated as many of those as we could, consistent with the rest of the ordinance, into this final draft. So this final draft has the original ordinance that the Planning Commission approved. It has incorporated in it the comments that the county made previously, and it does incorporate many of the suggestions made by the residents at the hearing last month. So with that, with the introduction of exhibits 9 and 10, unless there are any other people in the audience who wish to make a comment with regard to the ordinance, we could close that hearing, and then the ordinance is ready to be acted upon by the board at tonight's meeting with a vote. Is there anybody here who wants to comment on the proposed zoning ordinance? Okay. So let the record show that no one has indicated an interest in commenting, and with that, we will officially close the evidentiary record, and we can excuse the court reporter.
Okay, I'm excused.
You're welcome to stay.
Oh, that's okay, thanks. Have a good night.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah. I
You're welcome.
don't imagine that we're gonna need a transcript, but we might, so,
Well, then I'll let you guys keep that. Just that.
That's
If you
good.
do, I'll click.
good.
Okay, good.
Move that we
You want the
adopt the
transcript
zoning
anyway?
ordinance
Okay,
and
so-
zoning.
Okay, perfect,
I want to keep the record because I already have this transcript out.
good,
Thank you.
Welcome.
thank you.
Commissioner Dara.
I move that we adopt the zoning ordinance and zoning map as shown in Exhibit 10 to the hearing which was just concluded.
Is there a second?
There is.
Second.
Any additional comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Do I hear a motion to approve the August 8th workshop meeting minutes?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion approved.
Thank you.
Chief, all yours.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
All right. For the month of July, we had a total of 57 calls. 24 of those were EMSs, 5 alarm calls. We had a call for a solicitor off of Weber Road, which was a legit soliciting company that went through our office to get the permit to solicit. I'm happy that people called though, we'd like to know. Just for reference, all solicitors within all the townships we patrol, specifically Aleppo, though, Those solicitors have to go through office to obtain a permit, to do a brief background check on the individuals and what they're doing, then they pay the fee, and then we issue a little permit. We've updated our permit, so if somebody knocks on your door and they're looking to sell you something, say the first words out of your mouth should be, do you have the high attention police permit? If they do not, give us a call, all right, and send them on their way. We'll come over and address the issue right away. More than happy to do that. But anybody that's in through our office, they have a little permit that shows that and reflects their image, their photo of themselves, and my signature and all that. So please continue to call if there's any type of issues with that. We had mailbox hit by a vehicle out in Swiftley Heights Manor. I don't believe we were able to find out who hit those mailboxes, but nothing too destructive. We had an animal complaint call of animals running at large on McCoy Place, McCoy Road. This too was addressed. I understand that the dogs running at large have a history, but nothing in the recent last 2.5 years. So we've asked the local residents there, if they see something, say something, they gotta give us a call, let us know. If the officer should see dogs running at large, we will address that issue each and every time up until the point that if a citation needs to be issued. Okay? And that just about wraps up anything for that month. I did not send out an email yet, I'm sure you have the notification. I-79 southbound will be shut down again this weekend. So if you should receive any complaints about vehicles going up, any more complaints about vehicles going up the hill or down Red Gate, please give us a call. The officers will be stationed along the route for the detour. It went pretty well last time. I didn't receive any specific complaints, but you know, hopefully everybody's aware of the detour and different ways to go around at this time. Hopefully they're not going up through the Aleppo. Okay? So please give me a call if there's any issues. Anything for me?
Manager Patterson, do you have anything else on the dog complaint?
No, just we did receive what he talked about. We received a letter, the commissioners received a letter asking the police to help out, or to ask the commissioners to help out with that. And they did, we passed it on to the police, they looked into it, and they're on it, they have the records.
And then fairly soon, I noticed that there are tonnage signs on Red Gate that theoretically should prevent tractor trailers, but collectively, we're going to try to develop some kind of enforcement strategy a little later down the line for both speeding and tractor trailer. So we'll be talking to you about that.
Okay, I'm all ears. No problem.
Anything else? Thank you very much.
Okay, great.
Thanks for your time.
Emergency management.
Status quo, we did have a number of COVID positives at Masonic, none of which had serious outcomes.
Public Works.
The report is in your packets. They did a lot of, standard maintenance, cutting grass. They've been doing some crack sealing the past month, and I've seen them around the township doing that. Had a couple trees fall down on Red Gate, they had to cut those up and remove them. We've got some new signage going up for the weight limits that are now in place on Weber Road, so they'll be putting those up. Township's water heater died, so they repaired that. So just, that kind of general summer stuff.
Any questions? Thank you. Do I hear a motion to enter into the 3-year agreement, et cetera?
So moved. Second.
Good enough, Patty?
Sure.
Any questions or discussion? Communications.
We didn't vote. We need to
Oh.
vote.
All in favor of the previous motion?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Communications.
We received a thank you note that was on behalf of the board of directors from the, I think it's Mary Roberts Reinhardt Nature Park. They were thanking Tim Scott from Public Works because he went down and helped them repair a fence that had fallen down at the back end of that. And so this is the second time they've taken a little bit of time to go down and help out the nonprofit park. And we received a nice thank you note from Matt, who is on the board of the park. So just thanking the township for allowing that to happen.
Good. Is there any need for discussion prior to the next motion, Glenn?
I can give a two-sentence summary of it.
Good.
This is a motion to adopt a resolution, and it's related to the Glen Minogue Housing Plan, which has already gone through all of its approvals. There's just one little, extra piece that needs to go through the DEP for them to get their full sewage planning module. So this resolution is a part of that. So it is just a formality that has to go into the DEP for when they submit their full planning module for that. But it's no expansion of the development beyond what's already been approved.
Motion to adopt the resolution for plan revision for the new land development, approving the sewage plan module for the Glen Minogue plan.
Is there a
Second.
Okay. Any further discussion? Mr. Minock, any comment?
Nope, not at all, thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Very good. Thank you very much. Take care.
Tax collector treasurer.
Good evening, everybody. You should have the July tax collector treasurer's report in your packets. For the month of July, we ended up collecting $39,781.40 in total taxes. On pages 3 and 4 of the report, you can see the month to July 22 compared to July 2021. Also, the year-to-date numbers to the budget. As you can see, we are in pretty good shape with all of that. The earned income tax, local services tax, and the business privilege will continue to come in throughout the rest of the year. But for the most part, property taxes have been pretty much collected, unless any other issues that we didn't know about will be coming about. So we are in good shape as far as that goes. Also in your report is our ending account balances. So we have the PNC checking account, which currently sits at $421,944.54. Then we have our investment accounts. The first one is the Liquid Fuels State Fund at $61,741.37. Our general investment, which is a savings account, of $1,468,954.31. The reserve fund has $112,979.18. Then the capital improvement fund has $954,487.77. So total monies on hand is $3,020,107.17. However, there's various pledged accounts and targeted funds, so you have to subtract that all out. So our net operating funds are currently at $1.8 million in the report. And then I also give you the sewer bond account numbers, which is around $588,000, and then the stormwater account, which is at $172,000. So, any questions or concerns?
Manager Patterson, do you want to update the audit?
We're very close. We've been waiting for 2 reports from the pension actuarial company that reviews the pension and has to do certain elements. We got one of those reports today. I'm expecting hopefully the second one this week. The audit work itself is done. They just need to incorporate these pension reviews into the audit. We are hopefully expecting Mark Turnley to be here at one of the September meetings to present the audit.
Thank you. Any other questions for the treasurer? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Move that we approve the July bill list in the amount of $67,326.16. To ratify July prepaid bills in the amount of $12,847.87. And to ratify July payroll transfers in the amount of $16,600.09.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
now you want to hit the next one?
Oh, sure, I'm sorry. Motion to exonerate the following real estate taxpayers. Lynn Fletcher, 313 Swickley Ridge Drive, lot and block 23E 28, for for $85,300 reduction in assessed valuation with a 2020 refund of $328.40. Byron Evans, 910 Glen Mitchell Road, lot and block number 422 F268 for $38,300. Reduction in assessed valuation of 2021, refund of $131.37. Lynn Fletcher, again, 313 Swickley Ridge Drive, lot and block number 423E28 for $32,300 reduction in assessed valuation for 2021. The refund is $110.79. Kobe Robinson, 221 Weber Road, 422 L 304 for $65,100 reduction in assessed valuation of the 2021 refund of $223.29. And Frank Schrangheimer and Roberta Ziegler, 103 Timberline, lot number 422H322 for $26,400 reduction in assessed valuation for 2021, a refund of $90.55.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Aleppo Township Authority.
The authority continues to work on the proposed solution for the Deer Run pump station. You might know more than I do at this, in terms of current status, but all I know is that they're continuing to try to find a solution that's economically viable.
Good. Any
That's-
questions or comments? Quaker Valley Ambulance Authority.
We discussed at the workshop meeting, the consideration of a donation to the Quaker Valley Ambulance Authority's 50th anniversary celebration that will include an open house, and an invitation to all of the fire departments in the area to come and kind of show off equipment, including Aleppo. It will be on October 22nd and will include a number of different things. The main one will be a CPR class that will be free to anyone that's interested, as well as open house, hamburgers, hot dogs, to whoever wants to come and touch a truck and see what we're all about.
Given that this fits within the parameters established for contributions by the township, and given that you know the most about this, would you like to propose a motion?
I would like to make a motion that we make a donation to Quaker Valley Ambulance Authority in the amount of $250 in support of the 50th anniversary.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Mr. Solicitor.
No report.
Quaker Valley COG.
I think you all have a copy of the executive director's report. It's concise and correct. Two things, the Corridor 65 committee is growing and sort of reaching the point of determining what their committee is for. And the attended a meeting that last week, 2 weeks ago, in which we determined that the first criteria for wanting to be involved in situations is safety on 65. That's a big one. And the second one is I forgot what the second one was. So anyway, but it's moving ahead. I think there's going to go, they've had a meeting with a person from PennDOT and also from the county last week. I don't have a detailed report on that yet, but basically it's concerning the overall scope of what the consultants from CMU are going to be responsible for, scope, But the master plan is pretty close to finalized as far as I know. So the next step will be for the 65 corridor group to go after the funding which is available. The other interesting note was we had a visitor from Duquesne Light, and she had made a very, very good presentation on what Duquesne Light is doing for the stations for charging electrical vehicles. It's quite extensive. The project for stations to charge electric vehicles include all categories from industrial, municipal, business, residential, educational, and the product is well established with guidelines. I believe that we should be research for ourselves for the benefit of our residential area, and I would intend to also bring this to the attention of Masonic Village to make sure that they have a station. I know they don't, I know they're not looking at it yet, but I think they should. We get a lot of new people in there.
Where's the electricity gonna come from for those stations?
Which one? Duquesne Light?
Just gonna come off their grid,
Yes, yes.
so it's not gonna necessarily be electricity generated other than by fossil fuels.
I doubt that very much.
Manager Patterson, does Amazon have any recharging sites yet? Do you know?
I'm not aware of any.
I do know that the people, the young lady at Duquesne Light let us know that they are really going after the industrial parks, one in Leedsdale, one up in here, because that would benefit everyone as far as they're concerned. It does appear as though the financial arrangements, to me, at first sight, first blush, seem to be very well thought out and very progressive.
Any additional comment? Thank you. Swiftly Light Up Night, when did you obtain more information?
So I reached out to some of our neighboring communities, but they are all meeting tomorrow night. Their meetings are Tuesdays, so I have it on here just so that we kind of keep it on our radar, but I don't have any information to report yet, but I will by next month. If you want to table it or, just move it on to next month's agenda before you want to make a donation, or if you want to make a donation.
That's up to the commissioners. Myself, I think wait till next month.
I agree.
I agree.
Redgate Road speeding signage, we already addressed that to some extent, and we'll address that further as we're starting to do budgets and review the audit. New business, general election location update.
Good evening.
Good
My
evening.
name's Shirley. My name's Shirley Hassan, and as you may or may not know, I'm the judge of elections for Aleppo Township polling location. I've been doing it for many, many years. When we first started using machines that weren't the lever. I'm here tonight to talk to you a little bit about a change the county would like to make in our polling place location. Mark Vanderven, who is in charge of the locations in the county, and I came and visited Gwen on, was that Thursday? Thursday. And Mark hadn't been here before, and he reviewed the facilities both in the garage and here. Mostly because of the parking situation here and the complaints that the county has received from voters when they want to come and vote and have trouble finding a place to park, because when we get busy, we're actually planning to move down to the Northway Christian Community Church, which is just right down the Steer Run here. It also offers a little more safety. As Gwen pointed out, pulling out of this road here can be very dangerous because the site is not very good to pull out. And I wanted to come and make you aware of this first and also answer any questions that you might have.
I just have a quick question, just from my own head. When you say complaints, are you talking single-digit complaints, or are you talking multiple complaints?
It's been more than one. I can't tell you how many that they went directly to Mark.
Okay, so it could be 2 or 3.
And
was just
he agreed when he looked at the
Oh,
parking.
no,
Yeah.
no, I agree too. I was just curious.
Yeah. In fact, one person called him and asked him what a good time to come up to the polling location would be when they could get a parking space. So that can be considered disenfranchising voters. So we did visit at the church too, and they meet all the criteria for a polling place. And it is very close to here, so it's not inconveniencing the voters. And every single residence in Aleppo Township will be sent a letter making them aware of the change in the polling location so that everybody's aware, every registered voter in the township.
Is there any action the township's required to take?
Not that I'm aware of.
Is there any negative consequence that we're aware of?
We'll miss seeing Gwen, and we'll miss the hospitality that we've had here for years and years and years.
I think it sounds rational.
Yeah.
It is. I'll
Good.
miss it, but I love election.
I told her
day.
she's welcome
I'm
to
just
come and
gonna
help
go
us.
sit down there for the day.
We'll have an Aleppo Township booth.
That's it, I have little office hours, you can come talk to me down there.
I will thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for your time tonight.
Blood drive at Aleppo Volunteer Fire Station. I think there are signs around.
There are signs, just to get it out there, it's August 23rd, which is a Tuesday from 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock, held at the fire station. And it's a company called, I think it's Vitalent, is that how you say it? Comes around, they do like mobile one-day sites, and so their phone number is 412-209-7000. I spoke to someone who said that the pre-registration was not required, but I'm not positive that that's the case, so I recommend everybody just call this phone number and make sure that they, sign up if they need to, but, it's a one-day, event, August 23rd, 2 to 7 p.m. at the fire station, which is at 131 Weber Road.
Any further discussion? Citizen participation? Do we require an executive session?
Not tonight.
Meeting adjourned.